Yeah. It honestly wouldn't surprise me in the fucking least.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
What? 315. 54. Cut.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Hey, he was right fucking there, too. That's what bothers me most. Right there. Chilling.
What? 280. Let's go, D. Let's go. Go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now this throw caught left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. A give running right is Chubb. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and
1. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Alert. Let's go.
Throwing is Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Travis Homer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Garoppolo now. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Seahawks who picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It
certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, get the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Garoppolo now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb, pushing through the contact. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play attack. Hey, 0.
Here's Wilson to throw. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Wilson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Chubb with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Yeah, have it there, ready.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
And I fucking with him.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Every fucking time. It's amazing.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency of it.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it?
No,
I remember watching teams play.
Like,
the ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
36.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I love how forward progress means fucking nothing in this game.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Garoppolo. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. In for the score as his guys are back within a single score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
I think either one of us have missed a pass yet.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Garoppolo, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. 21. Watch the safety creep.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Here we go. Wait, 80. Let's go, tight end.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Go ahead.
Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They come out here in the eye. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. They'll run with Barber. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Carlson able to put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught, Lockett. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And Woods has it complete. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Both toward me and slightly to the
solid
left.
Return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Here we go. Wait, 80! 65. Here we go.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Garoppolo now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to him because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Chubb, 85 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive,
animation where the guy
it does no
with
good to go back and say, well, you know what, get one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
25, check 25, check 25, check 99, check 99. 80 weapons.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo.
Oh, shit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I had him so wide open, it was great.
As he hits home for the
and
sack.
he wouldn't let it go.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed They got to him here in the second half. Now they
the ball!
Pressure again,
I hit square
and he goes again.
3 different times because I saw it coming.
He's the one to get him, and that is
tap square,
number
tap
7
square,
for
tap
him on
square.
the year.
And you know, it's not like I'm
now.
hitting it as hard as I can, as fast as I can, because
so he's
that's
on
a
to
pump
punt it away.
But I'm pressing it to lob it. I pressed it 3 different times.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I'll go special! I'll go special!
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
He grabbed him around the waist.
How is that a face mask? But that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The horse you rode in on.
We just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there. A first down.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
A run for Nick Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
1580! 54! If you don't get this one, use the dice!
They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Nick Chubb with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Tell you what,
this is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
KP has that effect on you.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Because we are like battered housewives.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
It swears, baby, I promise it's going to be different this time. And it brings us flowers and candy, and we eat it up, and then it promptly punches us in the goddamn mouth.
Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42.
A gain of 26 yards. And the 49ers first down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That's the first time I've actually
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Really good.
So their woes on offense continue.
Right
That's the second thing thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help him get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And again, it's Chubb. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
What the
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. A bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Don't get nervous. Mike 54. Mike 50. Hey, Delta. Hey, what I'm here for you. Hey, what's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Yes.
To throw is Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Here we go. 180. 27. Hey.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. Just nothing there again.
So
he's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Pressure comes. He's taking Seahawk defense.
I tried to pass that ball.
What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack
I hit square,
of the campaign.
I hit triangle, and I hit R1, and he passed to none of them.
Here we go.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
I mean, outside of square, but.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel.
Oh, come on, Debo.
Unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Garoppolo looks to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Kind of warped it a little bit.
52, 53. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Neither have I. He was lined up right under it, and I don't know if it bounced off his helmet or off his hands or what, but he took off without the ball. It was something.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback.
I wasn't even pressing
the
square that time. I was
situation.
pressing circle.
In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he slips up past the 45.
He overran the route better than I actually ran the route.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Against Truth the other night. Jaquaski Tarr had a 105-yard pick six, and he just gently tapped it out of the air like naughty, naughty. I'm like, come on, man.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more.
Oh, that one he catches.
Him here as he pulls it in. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
As soon as I threw it, I was like, shit.
As they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go. Line 54. Drop deep.
On first down, Garoppolo. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
54, Mike. I'm going to come back to you.
Garoppolo, quarterback sneak. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Here we go.
On the sneak is Garoppolo. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo taking it in. And the 49ers get a score closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That would eat up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
I don't see why not.
Yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
Take it easy.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on